30-second tactics, let's talk about how we actually kill a tank. Naturally, there's lots of weapons on the battlefield like ATGMs or drones that are designed to destroy tanks, and they're very effective at that. But every now and then, your simple grunt, your simple infantryman, or even just, a defending civilian from a country that's being invaded by a foreign power, they need to be able to find a way to destroy tanks, to protect their family, to protect their area. So, when we're looking at tanks, there's a few inherent weaknesses with the design just by the nature of what a tank is. The armor is always going to be focused on the front to take care of threats, and the second strongest armor is going to be on the sides. So the weakest spots are really going to be on the top of the turret and the rear. That is where the armor is thinnest. And as an example, this is a slab of armor from the top turret of a BMP-2. You can see it's only about a quarter inch thick, relatively thin, hardened steel. And naturally, that's a infantry fighting vehicle, not a true tank. But the point still stands. This is thick. It's probably going to stop most bullets, but that's not an unmanageable problem. But at the same time, we don't always need to go through the armor to destroy a tank. There are a few types of kills when it comes to armored vehicles. Catastrophic kills is where it just blows up, big fireball, everything's gone. Crew kill is where the crew is killed, but not necessarily the whole vehicle. Firepower is when the weapon systems are disabled, so it can't apply its firepower. And lastly, and the most common, is mobility, where the vehicle cannot move anymore. So to achieve these, we've got a few vulnerable parts that we can target. Big one is optics. Like, no matter how powerful the tank is, no matter how strong the armor is, you have optics that are vulnerable. That's both the viewports for the driver and the gunner, but also the thermal optics, the infrared, all the different things that help the crew see from the inside of their little box. Those can be targeted with direct fire, with explosives, or with things like fire, Molotov cocktails in an urban environment, or even paint. Stuff like that will completely degrade the crew's ability to respond to threats. Then you've got tracks and wheels. This is how you get your mobility kills. The tracks and wheels are fairly vulnerable, and they can even become dislodged, and you can throw track in rough terrain. So if you can find a way to apply your fire or apply special obstacles, some brave soul runs up with a crowbar and throws it in between the wheels, you can create a situation where the tracks come off and the tank can no longer move. It can still shoot, it can still fight, but now you can bypass it and wait for someone with a better weapon system to come by and actually kill it. Then, of course, you've got engine components. Those are generally better protected on the back of vehicles and stuff, but they are still more vulnerable than trying to get through the armor. And lastly, weapon systems. Naturally, if a tank can't shoot, it can't hurt you. So you can target, the machine guns on top. The gun tube is not necessarily fragile, but it is still closely calibrated with the optic systems. So if you're able to target it to a point where it's not able to connect with its targets accurately, you can still degrade its ability to actually fight. So keep this in mind next time North Korea sends a tank through your neighborhood and you need to get your posse together and take care of it. It's helpful to reminder that tanks are not invincible. Nothing on the battlefield is invincible. We just have to find weaknesses and apply our strengths to counter those weaknesses.